Sup guys, it's Joe here and you join me on F1 2016 for career mode. Now some of you will be thinking, how long is this going to go on for? Well, that is answered. This is the third and last season that I will be doing on career mode. So before I get going, I'm just going to give a quick explanation that this is going to be the last season I do on it, because there's only... Oh god, that echo. There's only a couple of months now until F1 2017 is released upon us. So I want to do this last season and then get that done so that I'm all ready for when F1 2017 is released upon us.
At some point before qualifying, let's get our track acclimatization program complete. It'll help us identify any specific problem areas.
Right, I'm just setting everything up for the live stream, so do bear with me one moment. I do apologise, but yeah, this is the last season of career mode, and for the final season, I am driving for Ferrari. I moved from McLaren last season, and have now moved into Ferrari, and wow, this is a first. I've always kind of wanted to do a championship on F1 with Ferrari and try and win it with Ferrari. So the fact that I get to do this now, I'm quite happy about that. I'm partnered with Sebastian Vettel. Red Bull then, at the moment, seemingly the team to beat. So I've now got to go out there and beat them. I've just about finished the settings for my live stream. I'm very sorry, I've just got to adjust the monetization settings. And now that's all done, I am ready to go. So let's begin as always then with the resource points grind. Now we currently have the second fastest car, with Red Bull with the best package. So again, we're going into a season with Red Bull being the team to beat. So for those of you who watched last season, and particularly the conclusion of it, it was a fairly exciting conclusion. We went into the last race with 3 of us that could still win the championship, as I get a hell of a drift out of there. I don't know what caused that. I think I hit the DRS a bit prematurely. But yes, we went into that race with 3 potential winners of the championship. So that was quite exciting. Eventually Vettel's engine blew up at the beginning and we just didn't have the pace in the McLaren to catch Ricciardo, unfortunately. He eventually took the championship and we finished second, ultimately being 20 odd points behind him after he won the race and I only could manage 6. But I had a brilliant race-long battle with drivers like Raikkonen, etc. And, you know, it was just so much fun to do. Going off like that, however, was not so much fun to do. And I hope that's the one and only mistake I make through this race meeting. But unfortunately, we were just shy of the title, but I'm coming back for this season stronger than ever. And, like I said, this is going to be the last season I do. So let's try and go out on the best note possible. We haven't started this session on the best note possible with that lap, but that's cool. We'll get another lap.
You'll get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
At this point, I'm trying not to repeat my drift out of there that nearly ended with me in the wall. Okay then, so as... No, I'm going to miss that one. Oh, I like Lane arriving on track, but I want to get this fucking purple score, which I won't be getting on this lap now, so I will have to go around yet again to get that purple score. And if there's one thing I learned from last season, it's missing out on those few resource points. It does add up. The other thing I learned is to not lose points in mid-season mistakes. There were a lot of races last season where I lost points due to making foolish errors and just overall clumsiness, like rounds 8 and 9 to be exact. In Baku, well, no, Baku wasn't all my fault, but let's use Austria, where I crashed out and lost a lot of points. That was my fault. Oh, 5 points shy. Right, one more time, let's try and do this.
This is the final lap of the program.
Well, I know I don't need to do any better around there. Oh my god! That was sideways. I'll read your comment when I come back into the pits. Thank you, whoever that is, for commenting though. Oh no, no. Not gonna happen. I know I was talking about those resource points, but it's not gonna happen this time round, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna leave that there, I think, for the best.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from some rain. I'll keep you updated as the conditions change.
So I think if we are going to get rain, I'm going to bow out of this session and do it in practice too.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are Ricciardo, Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. His times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F1 action soon.
So, not a great start. Dear me, my chest is going there. Right. Hey, what's up? Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you being here at the start of a new season. And so far, not so great. Okay, let's go to practice 2. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit better. And we can get that qualifying pace run nailed. Oh, look at that. Perfect sunshine. So, let's go nail that. I don't bother doing the tyre wear run because I can't. My driving style is way too aggressive and I just eat up all the tyres. So let's try and get a purple score out of here. I always love the first race of the season. And what better place for it than Melbourne, really? It's always had that magic. And here we come into the first... Oh, we've really gone wide there. That was a bit of an error there, but we can pull that one back. And then we've got qualifying and the race to do. A 50% race. For those of you who don't know how I race, that's what I do. I do the practice sessions. I do the 3 parts of qualifying. And of course the race itself, which is over 50% distance. So if you're new to my career mode series, yeah, that's what happens. And do go check out the first 2 seasons as well. I have already dropped spoilers, which I do apologise for, but it is well worth checking out, so go check those out. I'm losing so much time on this lap. Oh god. I get a warning for exceeding track limits there. I don't want to be doing that too many times. Oh, the car just not wanting to... The car is fighting me here. First race in a Ferrari and I'm already getting it... How am I losing time there? And of course we've got the purple score, which is just what we need. Just what the doctor ordered. Unfortunately, however, Verstappen has gone out and just royally destroyed us. It's going to be a tough race to win, I think, but we're going to try and do it anyway. Gonna get started on the best start possible. Oh, that's a wall. Okay, I don't know why I'm bothering, because I've got the purple. Why I was continuing pushing on there, because I've got the purple score.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the
We are
top 3.
8/10ths off. Bloody hell, that is a... That must have been a shocker. Okay, well, we've got to go faster for qualifying, apparently. So we're now on 148 resource points, and we're getting given a rival.
Hey.
No doubt it'll be
Looks like
Sebastian
you've got a bit of
Vettel.
rivalry going on out there. This is good. Gets people talking about you. Just make sure you outperform them, okay?
Sup, Snipes, thank you for joining the stream, buddy.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying...
Right, here we go then. The first part of qualifying. We should comfortably get through this. I do not foresee any circumstances where we could not get through. So, I'm just gonna skip until there's been the track's a little less busy, and then we're gonna do our flying lap to get us through to Q2. Hi Tom, what's up? Thank you for joining the stream, buddy. Right, here we go. Let's just have a nice, smooth run through qualifying, if there is any such thing at this point. The glare of that sun is really quite off-putting. Who's that? Snipes. Dip it wide out of the first corner. I was here yesterday too. Cool, man. Cool. That's awesome. I don't think today's stream will be quite as exciting as yesterday's, but still I hope to bring you some good content with this live stream. So Ricciardo is the defending world champion then, for those of you who have watched. And now I'm here to try and take that away from him. Hamilton won the first season, Ricciardo's won the second. Now I am going after the title for this season. I've got the car to do it. So really, there are no excuses if I don't take it. We're the second fastest car, so it's a case of let's not make excuses, let's get on track and let's destroy the opposition. Ricciardo's already set a very competitive lap time. What are we going to do here? We're a 10th off. So that is comfortable to get us into Q2. I'm not even breaking a sweat about that. Well, I tell a lie, I am breaking a sweat, but that's because it's bloody hot where I am. I don't like those clouds. So I'm going to get a lap done now because I don't trust the weather. I've known it many times on this game to say cloudy and then throw out the odd bit of rain or two. Just as a kind of screw you, so no, I'm not trusting the weather. I'm getting my lap done now, and as you can see, I've moved on to soft tyres, as that is the compound I intend to start the race on. So now we just need to get out of Q2, and then it's the top 10 showdown. Oh my god, it's so wide round there again. I am rusty on this circuit. Now for those of you who watched last season's race, I was out of the points and in many collisions in the first half of the race. But then the safety car came out and the fight back was on and we got P2 in the end, so not too bad there. Let's see if we can get on the podium this time round and get our championship off to the best possible start. Science setting the fast lap so far. Oh, that's a beast of a time from Rosberg. Hopefully this should be enough to place us into the final part of qualifying. I'm not worried, this has been a solid enough lap. Hey, what's up, King Tokyo? Thank you for joining the stream, buddy. And we've just gone a second quicker than Rosberg, smashing his time well and truly out of the park on a set of soft tyres. I'm confident enough that will get us through. And look at that, we are nicely through. So now we go into Q3, the final part of qualifying. Where can we get on the grid? And again, I'm not trusting this weather. I am just going straight out there in case the clouds do decide to open. It's actually still quite a nice day, so hopefully there will be none of this rain stuff. This will leave me with a fresh set of super softs for the race as well. Thanks for subscribing, mate. I really appreciate that. Right, let's nail this lap. Oh, we dipped it wide in the first corner. That's okay. Just a little bit of drifting there. Treating it as if it's dirt 4. Quality game, by the way. I would recommend anybody get that one. Had to back out a bit there. Hopefully we won't lose too much time with that. Oh, that curve. Right, Ricardo sets a 26.5. What can we do in response to that? So far up. Oh, that track extending is really bad. Oh, look at this. You can tell we want this, can't you? Oh, we got wide there. I'm liking the feel of this lap though. It's going to be close. Well, no it isn't, because we have just smashed the time right out of the park again. That is incredible pace. 1:25.6. I know I gained a couple attempts with that corner cutting there that was accidental. I can never get round that corner right. But you know what? That lap, that was special.
So qualifying is
And I didn't
complete,
think
so we're all
anyone
set for
could
an
touch
exciting
that.
race tomorrow.
That was an
Your
untouchable
top three
lap.
are a
My
Ferrari,
replacement at McLaren,
Ricciardo
Jensen
and
Button,
Max
getting into the
Verstappen.
top 5 as well. What a lap. So our first outing for Ferrari, and we are on pole, but of course, you don't get any points for pole position. It's in the race where points are earned. And now we're off to that good a start. Let's get to the race. Let's get stuck in.
So before the off, let's...
Alright then. What's our strategy? Yeah, that looks fair. Alright then. So the Australian Grand Prix is going to be go in just a sec. And the final season of my career mode is underway, and we have not got the getaway at all. Ricciardo has royally owned us up the inside. We've got both Red Bulls there. I'm going to back out of that one. Oh, they've touched! The Red Bulls have touched, and we've gone straight into Ricciardo. Places lost. Many places lost. The Red Bulls just went into each other. I had nowhere to go. And that, well, what a start. I'm going to try and carry on as much as I can with this front wing and hope it's not too bad. But what a start that was. That was not what we needed at all. It just goes to show that pole position does not guarantee you a good race. We've got it all to do now. Ricciardo, I don't know who of the Red Bulls initiated that particular shunt, but that has put us back and left us with some work to do, hasn't it? Although, if I may be honest, I think Ricciardo's probably come off a little bit worse from that one. Going around the left-right for the first time. We've got Sergio Perez up ahead of us now. And Max Verstappen will lead the way round. After the Red Bulls have their collision at the first corner. It's all gone wrong for the defending champion. And of course, last season's championship contender as I lock up and nearly go into Ericsson. Well, I said it probably wouldn't be as exciting as the last video, and that start certainly was. So we're down to P8, but we've got a long race in which to make our way through. We've made a pass on Ericsson there for 7th. Nico Rosberg for 6 is next. I don't feel the need to pit for this wing just yet. Right on the rear of Rosberg now, and there's a McLaren holding everything up in 2nd. Vettel's in 5th then as we go wide, and I get out of the throttle because I crashed there in Season 1. Lost a lot of time, and this wing really isn't doing me any favours whatsoever, but I'm going to try and hold on to it for a few laps maybe, and then pit in for a replacement set of tyres. We've got a yellow flag behind us. Verline is already out of the race. So it's already gone wrong for Pascal Verline. Meanwhile, we are now closing in on Nico Rosberg for 6th. It'll be a bit of a dive up the inside. He's got that covered, hasn't he? Verstappen there, you can see, just driving into the distance already. We're going to take a look at Nico Rosberg up the inside. And that was kind of bullying there. Now we're with our Ferrari teammate, Sebastian Vettel, who's in P5. Well, what a dramatic start to the race that was. And we're not that far off Verstappen's pace. So that's an encouraging sign. No front wing, and we're still matching him on pace. So I'm hoping that when we do get a front wing, it'll help us out. Meanwhile, Jensen Button is holding the pack up while Verstappen just gets away. Vettel, incidentally, also on soft tyres, so he must be on a similar strategy to me. Just following this pack round now. My front left is already on 28%. My tyres are just getting cooked here as we take a last-minute dive on Verstappen. Vettel even. And we just dive up his inside and steal that 5th place. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to be overly impressed with that. We set a fastest second sector, but we really didn't get that corner right. And now it is up to us to catch the guys in front of us. Where, like I said, we're really destroying this tyre. I don't know what it was on when we started, but oh well. Let's carry on with the race. We have got Button, Alonso. Alonso actually does us all a favour and peels into the pits. I wonder why he's pitching so early. He must be on a different strategy. Right now then we move up to 4th and we're now hunting down Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button. Ex-teammates at McLaren. This should be fun. Vettel was incidentally holding a lot of the guys up, so I don't know what happened to him, whether he had someone challenge him on the DRS point or not, but that definitely happened, and now we are right on the rear of Button and Hamilton, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all whooshing through now. And we've just caught Lewis Hamilton napping there completely, moving up to 3rd.
Strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
Now we're on the rear of Jenson Button for 2nd, so this has been some comeback. We fell down to 10th on the beginning lap after starting on pole, but now we're making the move on Jenson Button. He's not so keen to let us go. We're giving him no choice though. We've run him out of road, and that is how to move into 2nd. Now we're going to start catching Max Verstappen. I'm surprised with the wing damage we're able to really drill some of these guys, and I think in a couple of laps I'm going to take a pit stop and stick on a set of the soft tyres, the other set of the soft tyres, and try to limit the damage as much as possible from this front wing. We're currently running in P2, and now we are behind Max Verstappen. So 2 or 3 more laps with this, and I will just bring the car in. I might actually do mediums for the 2nd stint, and then try and do softs for the last. This is what I do with my strategy. I figure it out on the go. I don't make any strategic decisions on circuit. I think whatever Verstappen does, I will try and do the opposite. He's on the soft tyre, so he's obviously going quite long himself. I don't particularly want to be in the middle of the field. Oh, I've got a ball out of my car. And that's... yeah, I'm going to pit this lap because now I'm starting to feel the damage. And that's not good. Button's having a look at me there. I've got front wing damage. I'm going to make the call and pit this lap. But I want a different set of tyres. Yeah, let's do the medium stint now. I'm coming into the pits, as is Jenson Button. So, to reflect on the start then, it's not been great. In fact, that's Mercedes in, and we're getting a new front wing and a new set of tyres. It's going to drop us quite significantly down the order, but these things happen. The reason we're down the order like this is obviously because of a collision that took place between myself and Daniel Ricciardo at the first corner when he and his Red Bull teammate came together, and we tried to avoid it, but we just couldn't really do much to do so. And now we are back out with it all to do. Ricciardo now sets the fastest lap of the race. Annoyingly, as I say that. Hamilton has just gone on the super soft tyres, so he's clearly going quite long.
Chance of rain. If the situation changes, we'll let you know.
So now we have a new front wing and a better set of tyres. Let's try and get after some of these guys. It has been a fairly miserable start. But you don't ever call anything on lap 6 of a race. Teammate is in the pits. And this is where it becomes a mix of the slower cars and the faster cars. Hamilton going down the inside of, I didn't actually see who it was there, but someone he was having a look at someone. It didn't quite transpire. And that's Rosberg. Are we going to get out ahead of him? Well, we kind of bullied our way in front of him there, but we did get out in front of Rosberg. So that kind of gives an indication of where we are. Then the fact that we're ahead of Rosberg, and now we're trying to catch Hamilton, who is right up the rear of what I think is a Toro Rosso. I'm not really close enough to see who that is. Oh, sidewaysness there. I feel like I'm fighting this car almost every turn. I'm not really too fussed on catching Hamilton at this stage because he is running the super soft tyres, which means he will have to run a harder compound. Although now we are right with him. Is that Hamilton and Button again? Yes, it is. And Hamilton has just got past Jenson Button. I thought it was a Sauber, so my apologies. That clearly was not a Sauber. And whatever's going on at the front of the field, I do not know. Having a look at the inside of Button, he closes the door. And now we're all coming up to a Renault. DRS not quite giving us what we need. Getting on the brakes early, trying to get the best run out of here, which we don't really have, but I think we're close enough to have a look. Ricardo again setting the fastest lap of the race. We're going up the inside of Jenson Button now, and that is P13, effectively. So I don't know where we all are once it all shakes out, so we're all a little bit out of position as we now chase down this Renault that is holding up Lewis Hamilton, and admittedly holding us up as well. Are we going to get the double overtake done? Yes, we are. We shoved Magnussen out of the way. Magnussen then boxes in Hamilton. Hamilton got royally boxed in there, and that kind of helps us out just a little bit. Fernando Alonso now next. He made quite an early stop, so he got quite a good undercut. And now, a bit sideways out of there, didn't we? So Alonso now a little bit further up the road, but we can catch him. I hope anyway. They're coming up to quite a gaggle of cars, so I don't know how many of them are pitting immediately and how many are staying out a little bit longer. Hamilton not easily getting past Palmer at all. We get past another couple of cars who pit. Alonso is not the easiest to catch at this point, so just trying to keep some momentum going for now. He will approach that gaggle of cars and then he will get stuck. Either that or they'll pit and it'll be the big middle finger to me. So the car I was driving last season is ahead of me. That's a little bit discomforting. But on the plus side, Vettel is behind me. In fact, Alonso is pulling away from me quite significantly by the looks of it. We can't get near him. But where is he now? Well, there you go, 3.3 seconds. We get a warning for corner cutting there. Quite rightfully so. I went into it wrong-footed anyway, and he does look like he's just getting that a little bit closer, but it looked like he was pulling away for a bit as well, so we'll have to wait and see the gap. But now he's right behind this gaggle of cars, which will help us out if they don't pit, which they don't. There's a Toro Rosso there that's directly in front of Alonso now. We've got 2 more cars in the pit, Gutierrez and another guy. Alonso, is he going to have a look? No, he does not. So this positions us ready to attack. He's going to have a look here though, that's for sure. And no, he doesn't. That's right. Yeah, he does. He has a little look, but thinks twice of it. So it's critical that we get past some of these cars. Alonso now, we've caught him significantly, but that's because he's tucked up behind a Toro Rosso. Without such, I don't think we would have caught him quite this quickly, if at all. So now we need to get ready to attack. Look, this race has had something. It's plenty of overtake. Tell you what, my heart was in my mouth for a second there. Oh my god, this is going to end badly. This is going to end so badly. Oh my god! And that is my oh no, there's been a massive collision. I was going to say that is my best overtake I think I've ever done. And, well, I've brought out the safety car. You know what, I'm using that to have a free pit stop onto another set of the medium tyres. I am taking a free pit stop out of that. Wow. That happened, didn't it? I mean, what else was I supposed to do there? I was no other way through. I just took a dive up the inside. I thought for a second I'd just achieved my greatest overtake. Nope. I caused a massive pile-up. So now we're catching the safety car queue. Difficulty, master. Always master. So now we catch the safety car queue. We're in P10 now, and we will have one more pit stop to make once the safety car comes in. What essentially we have done here is freed up our strategy just a little bit. I'm surprised that collision didn't take anyone completely out of the race, to be honest. Oh, Nazar, mate! Why are you stopping there? So yeah, that happened. This gives us a little bit of time to regroup and rethink the next few laps. Now we've got a little bit of a breather. A lot of cars pitting. But that I feel like it's a lap too late for some of them. Do I use joypad? Si, joypad. Si, answer in Italian. I do use joypad. So, what is the race order? Let's go to the race director. We've got Vettel leading the race. Button, Ericsson, Grosjean, Nazar and myself. What a bizarre order that is. I've got one more stop to make. What this does essentially is now give me a little bit of time to regroup. Nazar is going extremely slowly there. So I'm just going to stay back because usually this ends in me going into the back of another driver, losing my wing and then losing my cool. Which is not going to happen here. Well, one thing this race hasn't seen a shortage of, and that is some on-track action. We've seen some great on-track action. There's been a lot of overtaking. Unfortunately, it all came to a head on lap 10 when I may have caused a pile-up trying to avoid another pile-up. So, go figure how that one works. Who's behind me? It's Sainz, so I'm between two slower cars. Does anybody else pit this lap? No, they don't. So I'm thinking Vettel is a little bit screwed when he pits. But I feel like we're all kind of running a similar strategy now, all of us having to pit one more time. I tell you what, the safety car is one of the race's great neutralisers. Because now anybody can take this win.
We shouldn't see any rain, but if a storm front does appear, I'll let you know.
And this should be the lap we see the safety car in. What's our fuel on? For 0.314 laps. We've done some incredible fuel saving in this race. So what I'm going to do is just go full on attack for the first few laps after the safety car. Try and get past Vettel and then just try and maintain a gap. Get these to lap 21 maybe. And then switch on to the final set of softs for the final stint. So this has kind of worked out really.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature. And remember, there is no overtaking until the first safety car line. Stay in position until the green flags.
So this is the first race of season 3. We're currently running P6. The safety car is coming in. I am ready to give it some welly. If Vettel pits this lap, he is screwing himself. Let's see how this goes then. I am waiting for that. We're behind a few guys that we want to get. My Jensen Button is back into P2. And the race resumes, and we are looking at trying to get past NASA straight off the bat then. And you know what? We've got the run out of the corner, and we're just trying to keep alongside, side by side down the pit straight. And that should be the move done. It is. So we are now up into P5. Grosjean is in 4th for Haas, doing a splendid job for them. Unfortunately, though, it's about to become 5th. Oh, that was so wide on the exit. I just got a terrible understeer. And now the front three have just disappeared. What was with that understeer we had there? Right, now we are up to Ericsson in 3rd. Let's not get bogged down by that. Let's get on with the race. We've got Ericsson in 3rd now to navigate next. And he shouldn't be too difficult to navigate. Well, he is on the super soft tyres, so he might prove a bit of a challenge, but will prove an even bigger one. Got to stop the track extending, though. But now we are right behind Ericsson for P3, and this should be a dive up the inside, and Ericsson tries to close the door, but then he just decides, now, you know what, have it. So now we've got Vettel leading, Button second, we're in P3. And all of a sudden, we are looking pretty good. Grosjean is in P4, so Ericsson must have pitted. Vettel sets the fastest lap of the race. And now we are starting to get after Jensen Button again. I feel like we've spent our entire race passing Jensen Button. And yet somehow he ends up back in front of us. Let's pass him now for the last time. Felipe Massa now has an issue with his car. So it's not going too well for Williams at the moment. I'm glad I didn't take that car, as that was one of the seats I was offered. Slap the brakes. Nailing the right-hander. McLaren took an upgrade here. And you know what? It is definitely working in the hands of Jenson Button. Running in P2, we're in P3, and we just cannot. Every time we pass him, he comes back in front of us, but not this time. No, we're not close enough for that one. Button just closes the door, casual as you like. Mate, you're not coming through there. You're going to have to get up earlier than that to beat a driver like Jenson Button. So now let's regroup. Vettel pits then. He's going to have it all to do, isn't he? So now we've got to nail these laps. We've got to get in front of Jenson and nail these laps. And now we have DRS. We've taken the fastest lap of the race, and we show how quick we are there by getting past Jenson Button for the lead. So now we lead the Australian Grand Prix, and now with about 4 laps, or should I say 5 laps, we have got to try and build a gap. And that is not how you do it by going wide there or there. I don't really want to be caught up racing Jenson Button, who is monstering my rear. But I've no doubt he will need to pit soon. Keep current. Oh my god, Jeff, you deaf bastard! Keep current! I swear he has selective hearing. So we begin lap 17 in the lead. 19 seconds is the gap to our teammate. We need more. I don't know what tyres he's gone for. Pulling away from Button though, that's what we need. We just need to try and keep consistent for a few laps. Because if Vettel's gone onto the medium tyres, he's going to struggle too. That fastest lap really does make a point though, doesn't it? So yeah, things are now a bit quieter than they have been all race. But now this is the time to really try and get past Sebastian Vettel. We're pushing too hard there. It may be a case of charging towards the end. We've got 3 more laps till our stop. It all depends. Oh, Button's in the pits. So Jenson Button is now pitting. That puts Grosjean up into second. I just wonder if they're going to the end of the race. Could it be a potential win for Grosjean? That'd be quite amusing. Right. I don't know why we've gone up to Rich Mix here. Teammate status. Oh, Jeff, you juicy bastard, you're not giving me that info. Teammate status.
Sebastian's slower than you through all 3 sectors, so the gap to our teammate is 22.7 seconds.
Vettel has lost.
The time last lap was a 32.0.
So Vettel has lost 3 seconds in that last lap, and I just wonder if that has been through fighting through traffic, which I'm pretty sure it has been. That's crucial to his race, because now we're charging along. We've got clear air, and I think Vettel is right in the middle of traffic, and that's really helping us out. That is helping us drive towards a very good result. I can only imagine that's what's causing him to be that much slower. Alonso and Nasser are now battling over second. We are approaching the pit window. We are literally 2 laps now away from our final pit stop. And I think we might just have enough on Vettel to take this from him. All depending on what Alonso's doing though, because I don't know when he pitted. Because if Alonso's going to the end, that could spell trouble, couldn't it? Oh. And Max Verstappen, unfortunately, is out of the race, and we get another warning for track limit. So what's happened to Verstappen then? He was leading early on after the... it's master difficulty. Right, is that Verstappen or Ricciardo? That is Ricciardo. He's on mediums. Oh no, that is Verstappen. And that is an engine failure for the unlucky Dutchman. And I'm braking at the imaginary 100-metre ball because I unpaused and panicked. So Verstappen was on mediums and running relatively close to us, so that he may have looked good in this race. Right, speaking of looking good though, Hulkenberg on super softs, flying towards Alonso. I don't know what Alonso is doing. Because if Alonso throws out the dummy and he's actually not going to stop again, we've got to catch him and pass him. That'd be fun. Obviously I don't know where Ricciardo is in relation to everything right now. Right, this is our last lap on these tyres. So as they would say at Mercedes, it is hammer time. Let's try and get some decent laps now, a decent lap out of this. Preferably without track extending and the drifting. We're now approaching the area where Verstappen pulled over.
No overtaking through the caution zone. Be careful until you see the greens.
Alonso, Hulkenberg must have pitted then, so Hamilton's now in third. Rejoin position is suspected to be third. So I just wonder, are these guys stopping again or not? Am I racing these guys before I even think of taking the win? That'll be interesting. Hello, what's up? Thank you for joining the stream, mate. Just trying to comment in the chat. Alonso then 10.5 seconds behind me. So that means we've got a bit of catching to do if that is the case. If they are not pitting, we have got some catching to do. That could really add a twist to this race. Well, we're pitting now, that's for sure. With 9 laps to go, we are taking another set of these soft tyres. Hello Jacob, thanks for joining the stream. Right, no sign of the Mercedes crew in the pits. Alonso goes on through. Will Hamilton go on through as well? He probably will, because this is a long and slow pit lane. He's willing the car forwards at this point. But we are ahead by the looks of it of Sebastian Vettel. So him having to fight through traffic has given us that undercut. But now we potentially have some racing to do. So we've got the undercut on the initial guy we were racing, but now we have got some other racing to do in the form of Hamilton and... oh, gone so wide there. We're comfortably ahead of Vettel though, so let's knock the fuel mix up and let's race hard. Race hard or go home, that's what I say. Hamilton is next, and that second place is looking tantalising for the taking. Oh God. I wonder if that Mercedes is going to pit. Alonso has pitted. Yes, they do pit then. So both Alonso and Hamilton pit. And that puts me and Vettel into the front two positions then. We are looking at a potential Ferrari 1-2 here. And now we've just got... Oh, bloody hell, what was that? Now we've got 8 laps where we can try and just probably chill out a bit actually now. Because I dare say, unless something goes horribly wrong and we make some kind of massive mistake, I dare say it's our race for the taking now. Just got 8 laps to go now in which to bring this home. Vettel and Button look like they could have a battle soon. Button again on the soft tyres. Oh, God, I'm thinking he did start on the super softs. I'm pretty sure he did. Oh, gotta stop doing that. I do not want the penalty. But now we are pulling away from Vettel. We've got 7 laps to go, and you know what? We've set a false lap.
That's a new fastest lap for the race. Okay, distance to teammate 4.3 seconds.
That was a good lap, but I think we can go quicker than that. I wonder if Button's going to catch that. Oh, now what was that track extending? I don't know why I'm doing that at this point because I've got this one in the bag. I don't know why I'm throwing it into the corners as such. But Vettel has just been left for dead. I feel like the soft tyres are helping us there. Wow, we have just smashed that time out of nowhere, haven't we? Hey guys, beat that lap time if you can. I'd love to see you try. I don't think Button has quite got the legs to get Vettel, so we are potentially looking at a Ferrari 1-2 to start the season. And after Vettel blew up in Abu Dhabi and me and Raikkonen had that collision, it is probably the result that the team need. Nearly got a corner cutting penalty there. I'm knocking this down to standard because now I'm just showing off. I'm just taking risks that I do not need to take. Go on, Joe Son. I am going to go on. Thank you very much, Silent Ninja. Just 5 laps to go. I really don't need to be pushing quite this hard. Oh, those tyres are starting to look a little bit worn. I think I'm going to try and back off a bit now. So I'm killing the tyres. Why do I keep doing that round there? 7 tenths down there. Vettel's now 6.9 behind me. So we've got a comfortable 7-second gap where we can just happily slot in.
Some inflation. They're speeding up again, so I expect they fix whatever the problem was.
So Master's speeding up again. They fixed the problem. It's a while ago since I heard him having the problem, so they've taken their time fixing him up. Button is actually now quite close to Vettel. I just wonder if he's going to have a look at the inside, or is Button pitting at the last moment? I want to see on the map. I think Button's pitted. That's a shame. Oh no, he's still there. He's still there. He's just dropped a little bit back behind Vettel now, so wonder. So his tyres have probably gone off a little bit. He looks a little further back than he was anyway. He was looking like he was catching. Again, I'm just going by what it says on the map. The map can be misleading. Indeed I am flying through my career. Indeed I am. You're still at Baku, eh? Mate, I would have dread. I dread Baku. Engine is showing signs of wear. Power output will be down. Mate, can you not? I'm not worried though. I've only got 3 laps to go. I may as well just cruise it to the finish if I'm honest. So, here's one for you. Drivers who won on their debut for Ferrari. One of which is Kimi Räikkönen. Have there been any others? Who are they? I'm interested to know this stat.
Gap to our teammate is 8.0 seconds.
That's a bit of irony. The driver I'm replacing is the other driver who won his debut for Ferrari.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I wonder who my main rival for this season is going to be. Is it going to be Vettel, or are the Red Bulls going to emerge? They've had a bit of a tough day today, that's for sure. They had that collision at turn 1, and then Max Verstappen was out of the race. And in the middle of their collision at turn 1, I completely spun out Ricciardo, having nowhere else to go.
Conditions should remain dry. We'll keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
Oh! Gosh, don't want to be taking that line down there. I think my tyres are literally just about saying, look mate, we can't do too much more. Two laps to go, and we're just matching Vettel's pace now, which is all right. That's kind of where we want to be. Just keep matching the pace. We don't really need to go out and just thrash him now. Sorry if I'm quiet now, I'm just concentrated on bringing it home. We've got 2 laps to go, where it's more like a lap and a half now. Or should I say a lap and a third. Had some good responses to this live stream. So I'm glad that we've had another solid live stream with lots of comments and everything. Thank you everyone. Don't forget to punch that like button. And if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel for more of me doing this. Well, not me of just what? Well, that was the worst timing for me to make a mistake. Subscribe to me if you want to see more of me doing this. Goes off the circuit and gets a bloody penalty. I assure you there isn't too much of that. Well. That wasn't what I hoped for. But yes, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new here and you want to see more of my career mode. Or pretty much more of other awesome content. At least I think it's awesome. But yeah. So thank you to everyone who's watched and given me more positive responses today. We are now at the end of the race. We're just coming through the last few corners now. And despite getting that penalty, we're still looking pretty comfortable for this win. So we're starting off the final season the way we intend to continue it, with a win in our debut race for Ferrari. It has been an eventful race. We've done a lot of overtaking, and we take the win in Melbourne. Yes!
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. We see a
So
new
despite that 3-second penalty in the end, we take the win, and the order goes myself, Vettel, Button,
It's got to be Romain Grosjean. He was in another
Alonso getting 4th. Great drive for McLaren today. Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Grosjean, Rosberg, Ricciardo moving back up to 9th after everything, and Nasser securing that final point for Sauber. That was an eventful race, wasn't it? There was a lot of overtaking, a lot of drama. It did kind of settle down in the last 10 or so laps, but we had a lot of on-track action, and I think this is a great start to the season, and let's hope we can carry on the way we started. And obviously, we lead the Drivers' Championship there. And if you look at the constructors, Ferrari and McLaren first and second. It's been a long time since those two were the two that topped the points. Well, that's all for this race then. All that remains to be said is thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, it is goodbye from me. Cheerio, guys.